In this video clip, we're going to look at face-offs in the offensive and defensive zones. Here we have two teams set up. We've got the black team in the offensive zone, and we've got defensive team here. And I've got my right winger on the boards, my center in the middle, and my left winger in the middle with my left D, and my right D is somewhere at the bottom of the circle. All right, that all depends on what the center is going to tell this D, whether it wants the D to be a little bit more net side or a little bit more board side. So we'll just leave them kind of in the middle for now. Face-offs. So let's be the offensive team here. Our goal in this face-off is probably with a left shot here to win the puck back to the left D, followed by probably a D to D pass, and then this player has some options. In order for this to happen, well, one, we have to win the draw. Two, what we want to make sure is that when we do win the draw, that we give our D all of the support they can and make sure that they have an opportunity to make a shot on net and we maintain position. What can't happen is we can't have pressure from the wingers and the center busting through on them. What can happen is shot blocked off the knees, off a stick, out in the neutral zone, and a breakaway going off in the other direction. So what needs to happen is, in order to stop this player from popping out, well, our winger in front of the net needs to decide which one's the D and which one's the forward, and that's the one that they are going to do their darndest to get in front of, block, slow down, do anything but hold or trip them. All right. Likewise, the left winger against the boards is going to do the same thing. They recognize that the faceoff was won, and we know that when the faceoff wins, that this winger, no matter what, is going to be busting up. So again, getting in front of them, blocking their path, keeping them from attacking our D. And the same thing with the center. You've done a great job. You won the draw back, okay? But if you won the draw back and you let this center fly all the way through, it's great that we won the draw, but now you put pressure on our D. So again, winning the draws, step one. Step two is making sure that this player doesn't get back. So we'll get rid of those arrows because we've now tied up everybody. The puck goes D and it's gone to D. At this point, we can start to let loose. This player can drive into the net or maybe to the outside. Our center can pop down low here. We're looking for that shot and the rebound. And generally, our winger against the boards is going to float up high. Possibly this D came across and is in the middle. We've got some options now. We have a shot. We have, sorry, let's get an arrow in here. We have a shot if I can, there we go. We have a shot with one. Just getting a black arrow here. Another option is we can go D to D. We'll go with red arrows, I guess. Or we've got a back door here. Or we've got just off the side of the net if this person slips out, isn't in that zone, and this D keeps that. We can either miss the net just slightly on this side, but give this player an opportunity. So we got some options. But if this D or if this winger gets all the way out here, we're left with very few options. One option, just fire it off into the corner. If this person's covered and this center's out here, there's a ton of pressure. Pretty much the only option for this D at this point is to dump it weak side. So, undoing all of that. Let's look at the same situation, same face-off in the same zone, except we're on a power play. So, we'll put this guy in the penalty box. We've got our left wing and our center and our 2D. We know that as a defensive team, their number one thing that they want to do is to pull this puck back. So this player may slide over here, and their goal is to win the draw there. This winger in front of the net still has the main job of tying up their winger so that, again, should we win the draw, there's no pressure on our D. The center still tying up their center assuming that we win the draw and it goes back, this player here, no matter what, okay, no matter what, that player's only job is to pretend they're Andre DeGrasse, and as soon as that ref starts to move his arm, you're busting through and you're getting in this player's face. You want to arrive here at the exact same time as the puck, okay, maybe even before, in the event that they win the draw. You're going to take away any chance for them picking up that puck and firing it down the ice by jumping right on. In some of our games, we tend to put this player back here or over here. We got to think offensively, and we want to be right there. We can have this D slide down to be tighter, so if the puck comes loose in here, this D can come and sweep in, and then maybe feed it back. All right, but this winger's number one responsibility is getting in the face of their right D. Now, defensively, we want to do all those things that we're trying to stop as an offensive team. So defensively, we want to make sure that our winger, okay, is busting up on them. We want to make sure that if we lose the draw, we're busting through and applying all kinds of pressure on them. Okay, our goal generally is to win this puck back, and once this puck comes back, let's just get rid of these busting out lines. This is a little bit different when we get control. When we get control, we pull back. Now this D needs some options. So one option is, well, puck is in this corner. So here's the puck. The pressure. Pressure is all coming on this side of the ice. So if I draw another arrow here, it is all on this side of the ice coming this way. Open ice is on the far side. So if we have control, great if this D can slide out and be a nice D to D pass. Have this D winger curl. Have this center curl. So we have a couple options. We have an option there. Probably more than likely this D is coming up the ice here. And then we've got a few options. All right. What we don't want to do is just rim it on the boards and hope for the best. We want it to be a possession team, a team that holds onto the puck and moves the puck with purpose. So defensively, we've done a great job for most of the year. We haven't had too many issues in our own end, but we want to be there to support. So again, the transition off the face-off is winning that draw back and swinging the puck or skating around, or hitting our partner with a nice D to D pass and having them start to skate the puck up. If we try to skate up along the face-off dots, it gives us options. All right, so even if this winger is in front of us, okay, and you're getting pressure here, it's always just a nice pass off the boards and up. Okay, and then again, if this winger can get up on the face-off dots, opportunity again with the center cruising through to, again, off the boards and up. All right, let's look at a few situations from our game last Sunday. On this face-off, we've got our lineup. We have their two players lined up. One's a forward, one's a D. You can see that their other D is kind of in line with the goalpost. And let's see what happens off this draw. Okay, so we've got a lot of pressure going out. Their winger from in the middle is coming all the way out. And although our D to D pass goes outside the zone, luckily probably, otherwise would have been a breakaway with a lot of pressure coming from there. So if we play that again, okay, important to tie up our man in front of the net. This from the other side, we see here the faceoff comes across. We go D to D, but again, strong pressure from all three we've got their left wing, their center, and their right wing are all pressuring. We've fallen down maybe a little bit too early. Holding this guy up for a second would have been a little bit better. And let's see, I think the shot got away, but okay, again, puck in front of the net or off to the side. We won a ton of draws on this face-off here. Puck comes back, but again, look at, we have 1, 2, 3 of their players that are between our forwards and our defense. All right, so forwards, all of us from left wing, right wing, and center need to do a better job slowing up. That's a ton of pressure on this D. Luckily, we were able to get the shot through without any harm. Again, nice clean draw. A little bit of a slowdown there, but it looks like we lost an edge. So here, a better job by our left winger going in, slowing him up, giving our D a chance to make that shot. Again, another draw, back to the point, going D to D. All right, their winger in front didn't pop out. Okay, so actually, sorry, where did their winger? Their winger in front did a crazy loop here. This is the winger that came from in front of the net, and look at all that havoc that they're causing on that D to D. So look at this pass across, pretty close here to being intercepted. If that player had got a stick on that, they would have been down on a breakaway. So we talk about inches. Just slowing them up for 1-2 seconds could be the difference between a breakaway going towards our net and a shot on our net. Looking at 1-2 more here. Here we won the face-off back. Okay, and in the video we talked about the puck and the pressure. So this face-off, we won it back again, but their centers almost got to the goal line at the same time as the puck. Again, as a center, we've got to hold up traffic. As a winger, you got to hold up your traffic as well. All right. One more from the far end. Again, we have 1, 2, 3. All 3 of their forwards attacking our D, okay, with all of our forwards down low, which could be great if we get that puck down low. However, the risk reward is a 3-on-2 or a 3-on-1 coming back in our direction versus a 3-on-2 going in the other direction. Okay, so again, this shot here gets through, but we're not deep enough to get it. And then last one here. This is us in the defensive zone. All right, so this is our turn now. Honestly, I don't think the other team won many face-offs this game, but we bust through, and this turns into a great rush up the ice. All right, next let's look at some D-zone coverage that we looked at last practice and tried to implement in our game. We're looking at the box plus one. So essentially, we're trying to make some sort of box of defense. So having a player on each corner with center support that's going to defend behind each of those corners. So let's just box this up. So if the puck's in this bottom corner, our center, and here let's just change our center's color here. Properties to green. So our center here is green, our D is in blue, and our wingers are in red. When the puck's in the bottom corner, we have pressure from our D and support from our center. Basically, judging, again, game time situation, if there's 2 players down low, we can be a little bit tighter. If there's 1 player, if it's a one-on-one situation, we need to be back a little bit because we're also looking to cut off any other passes. Puck flies back to the point. Again, we have coverage by this winger. This winger always wants to align, and let's leave the box here for a second. We'll just Make it a little fainter. We always want to be in line with the net. So for this player to score right now, we want to be somewhere in between these lines. Okay, so coming off the post, think of it as a goalie playing the angle. That's where we want to be with regards to where our alignment is. The center is going to be back support. So they're going to be, again, lining up behind in that zone. So if the puck gets through, you're there. If the puck swings over to the middle, again, we've got our position there. Again, these lines here would align with where that center support should be. So that center support should be in behind the attacker, our corner, and protecting the puck. Okay, if it swings to the other side, the exact same situation. So basically, we have our corner of our boxes. We want to keep these players high. If this player cheats down low, all right, this gives this player an opportunity to come and skate into a much better zone than if we had a player up here. It also, if this player gets caught down low, the puck comes back, it gets shot in, and play continues in the defensive zone. So it's really important that once the puck is established, now one thing I want to stress is if you're chasing back on a breakaway, and just because you're a winger and you're the first one back, doesn't mean you stop and you play this position. You back check, you get the puck, you do whatever you do. Once that puck gets down and it gets into the corner, then you float back up to your position. All right, so this is once the play is established in our zone, then we got to get into our zones and protect each of those zones. Notice down low right here, they have 1 player, 2 players, 3 players, and we have 1 player, 2 players, 3 players, and a goalie. So we're outnumbering them right now. We're on a 4-on-3. Our job up front is to make sure that no pucks are getting through from the point. Okay, if this player does beat player against the boards, all right, we do have a backup. All right, so our center, there's the backup. Should this player razzle dazzle and get through too, well, we've still got a 2-on-2 situation. We got our player in front, we've got our goalie, and we're on a 2-on-2 situation. So we're still all right. But these 2 players have to jump back into the play. Okay. If a puck comes out and it jumps out loose, so let's just clean up some of these lines here. If these 2 players are down low and our other D is in the corner down here and our center's here, and this puck jumps here and ends up in the crease up here, yeah, it's all right for this player to jump down to grab that and then to start our breakout. Okay, so you're here protecting, but you're always taking away the most immediate threat. So if the puck is sitting here in the hash marks with nobody around and you can get it, well, our immediate threat is to get this out of that zone, so to pick it up and to come out to clean ice. Where's the pressure? Well, the pressure's all in here, so let's move the puck out of that pressure zone. Okay, let's take a look at some of our D-zone coverage. Okay, here are some clips from Sunday's game. So here we've got some strong support. We tried to block a shot, but then things started to turn south. We spent a little bit too much time. We've got in the zone, we've got our left and our right wingers down below the hash marks. We've got a D on either side and a center, which defensively at the bottom end we're doing a great job. Up top though, we get a little bit of running around. So here we go. The puck comes back to the point. Okay, and again, being in line with that shot. All right, making sure that you're between our net and the shot is most important. And again, we're way too deep and the puck comes back and comes right back down into our zone. looking at this clip here. Puck's along the right-hand side, but we've got our left winger fighting up the boards. We've got our right winger on those boards. We've got our center around the face-off dot. We got our 1D and our 2D on the side. So as this play progresses, okay, we are chasing the puck around our zone, putting a lot of effort in, but not getting the puck. Okay. Once it does come back in, now we're in pretty good positioning. We got our left and our right wingers in the right spots. Our center's going to get back. We've got a D here and a D here. Again, wingers are way too deep in our zone. We've got nobody up high in the slot. Puck comes back. Puck gets right back on net. All right? Every one of those defensive breakdowns resulted in a shot. So here we go again. We've collapsed. Now this is a little bit different. This is the bottom side of our box. Okay, notice what happened here. We felt confident the puck was moving up. Our D was moving up as well. But look who was a little slow getting out of the zone, and we don't have pressure, or we don't have control here. Also, our three forwards. Okay, we don't have possession, and we have three forwards all in a line. We don't have player F1 with support of F2 trailing up behind in this case. We're all in a line. So that's another thing. When we don't have control, you want to make sure that you have your F1 for pressure. F2 in this case is our center in our defensive zone. F2 is always a center for support. And all of a sudden, Logan has to come up big. All right, moving out of our zone and into the neutral zone. There's so many examples of this. This is just a couple where we attacked with speed coming through the neutral zone. So this puck pops out. We get a nice cross ice pass here. Even though it goes out of frame, we can see tons of speed. Let's check those crossovers again. So tons of speed coming through and attacking, and we get the puck down low and in deep, and we find the back of the net. Just an overall great play, transition through that neutral zone. Another example, pop out, a nice quick pass up along the boards, and allows us to, again, get in low and attack. Again, picking up in our end with a ton of speed and busting up. This team has so much speed, it's unbelievable. Okay. Well done, team. All right, we're going to talk about the Ozone for a second and entry. And I've got 5 clips here that I'll show, and then we'll go back and we'll talk about them for a second. There's that great speed through the neutral zone. Okay, so out of those 5 clips, the one similarity between them all was that all of our shots were coming from ringette line, or definitely outside, well, just around the ringette line, basically, on all of them, and most of them came from the outside, so face-off dots towards the boards. So if we scroll back, that one came from the middle, but in this situation here, we are, well, there's their 2 players, and we are 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're on a 4-on-2, and we gave a shot from this far out. We have to give the goalie some respect. In this league, you look at the scores in games. Most games are 2-1, 1-0, 2-0, maybe 3 at the most. We have to give the goalies respect that they're good. And I think if we asked Logan if we were to shoot from the ringette line all day at him, that he would say, yeah, I don't need my pads, just give me my blocker and trapper, and I'll stop everything that you shoot at me. So off the rush, shots from here, probably the goalie's had time to track you and watch you. Unless there's a funny bounce, I think most of those shots are going to result in a face-off or definitely a save. So in this situation here, you got to be yelling, you got to be communicating that you're going wide or you're coming in hard. Let that shooter know. Okay. If we look at the next clip here, we're coming in again. We are 1, 2, 3 on 2 situation, right? Let's bring that puck wide. Let's bring it a bit deeper, but shooting from up here again. I think this results in puck turned to the corner. This next one, again, top ringette line. There's 1, there's 2 of their players, and we've got 1, 2, 3 with a 4th one coming in. So we're again odd man rush. It happened all game, but we're taking a long shot, which in this case resulted in a face-off. This one here, this one goes high and wide, but again, we got busting in here, just shouting out. We're kind of a 2-on-2, but I think we've got a step here and maybe an opportunity that we could have got in a little bit closer and pulled out some finish. And this last one, again, we are almost the 3-on-2 situation. What would be great is if we brought it in a little bit wider and opened up this space, have this player come in and follow, and this player driving really hard into that net. Okay, but again, puck doesn't get through and ends up back in the corner. All right, this next section of clips is all about us, and a lot of it's coming off the rush and attacking that offensive zone. So let's have a look. Again, off that great face-off we saw a little bit earlier. Lots of speed, busting down. Okay, we get it in deep. Good pressure on the net. Great chance. Here we cut across. We get in wide. A nice little stall. Coming in again, coming in outside the face-off dots. Lovely drop pass. Another slide down low, and almost a great finish at the end of that play. Here again, entering the zone wide. You guys have improved so much since the start. Another nice drop pass and another grade A quality chance. Keeping the puck down low. Great communication, and again, another chance. Okay. Yeah, a little broken play pass, but again, taking it wide, bringing it down low, and looking for the net drive there. Good pressure, fed the point, moving that puck around, great puck movement. Taking wide again, stalling, bringing it back. Beautiful play. We ended up with a shot on net, a little lower next time, and there might have been a rebound there. Again, nice move out wide, another shot. The high man came in and almost finished. And here's another great example of some zone cycling. Good patience with the puck, making them come to us, trying to create that odd man situation. Just great puck work. Now this is all attacking in the zone once we've got down there. So after the rush, good patience, spreading out, trying to keep a third man high though. So there's good pressure along the boards, keeping that puck down low, and good give and go. Another one, nice look to the point. Just a wonderful play. Nice little toss, dish to the corner. I think we slide it behind the net. Back around. Look at that. Great puck movement. All right, let's wrap this up with some pucks going in the net. And all this wouldn't have been possible without some great goaltending. Very impressive start, Team Dynamite. Keep up the hard work and keep having fun, and good luck this weekend.